Hello, everybody. Good morning. What a Tuesday. It barely started. I don't know why I said that. What a Tuesday. I did have quite a Monday. I will say that. I mean, it's been quite a day. Pretty much since the day she was born. But primarily this past year has been pretty nuts in a very good way. A year ago, I never, ever would have been on camera in a mask. Not once, not twice, not never. So it's exciting, right? We've had, let's see, how many streams before now? About 3 or 4. I'm working on it. And this is probably the best in terms of like, what do you call it? Tech stuff, tech-wise, tech, all the cables and whatnot, and software and such. But yeah, welcome. My name is Thora Crumb. Thora Crumb. I don't know if you've noticed, but the mask on my profile is different than the one I'm wearing today, and that's because a version of Thora passed away yesterday. Her mask got all messed up, so we improvised this morning. I don't know if you can tell. This was totally improvised, but I'm digging it. It's like turning heel. But yeah, that's a wrestling thing if you're not a wrestling fan. We're going to be talking a lot about wrestling in here, especially, oh my god, Raw last night. Yeah, Raw was bananas. Okay, if you are not a wrestling fan, and I don't expect people that are coming in here, dropping in, to be all about pro wrestling, but you never know. I never thought that I would be into pro wrestling about a year ago. But yeah, last night's event, if you are not a fan of wrestling or you've never watched it, but you either like do theater or you love performance, like weird, crazy, out there performances, it is way less sports than it is entertainment. The entertainment portion and the storytelling portion of wrestling trumps the sport aspect of it, for me, absolutely. However, I do 1,000% appreciate the fact that these are like high level athletes performing. But anyway, last night's Raw, this is my point. Last night's Raw is a perfect way, I think, to drop in. Whether you are a returning fan after decades or something, or like years, kind of drifting away from it. I know a lot of people my age were watching it growing up, and they were in the, what do you call it? In the era, this is so stupid. It's just because I'm on camera that I can't remember what it's called. Attitude Era. But a lot of people were fans of that. And then they kind of grew out of it and never returned to wrestling. But the Attitude Era scared the crap out of me when I was younger. I was like, this doesn't seem like a place for little girls like me. Not at all. So I wasn't really turned on to wrestling ever until this year. But last night's Raw, if you're a returning fan or a newbie, it is incredible. Like, if you're not aware of who John Cena is, he is in his final days of his retirement tour that's been a year long. And in my opinion, I think he should be running WWE. I don't have hate for Triple H the way other people seem to. I just haven't, to be honest, I haven't seen the glaring evidence other than the fact that he is cuddling up to you know who. It starts with a T and it ends with a rump. That's how I'm gonna start saying his name. I don't know why we don't use that more often. T rump. Oh, Phoebe's here. If anything will make me famous, it is Phoebe. I'm not trying to be famous at all. Oh. Yeah. That's weird. I'm doing this. I'm not interested in being famous. I'm just really interested in connecting with people that, the phrase that popped up in my head was like, I just want to connect with the people that look like me, that look like this. Yeah, honestly, that are like fans of pro wrestling, but also like paranormal stuff and art and good music and theater, I guess. I'm super ADD this morning. I think that's just because I'm really excited that this is going well. So I know I'm jumping from topic to topic. There's a method to my madness, though. So to recap, here's how much I have stored in my brain that I've talked about. Pro wrestling, Phoebe, fame. That's it. That's all I got. But Phoebe is my, she's my beagle. She's got a little dachshund in her. She's my dog. She's my daughter. The closest thing I have to a human child. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's about 11 years old. She'll show up on camera eventually. She got distracted by a squirrel outside. But yeah, just to sum up the WWE conversation. Yeah, if you're aware of who John Cena is, or if you're not, this is his retirement tour, and last night he put on a freaking show. I have no doubt in my mind that he curated that whole thing. It was just like incredible television from top to bottom. Let's see, what are some of the highlights for those of you that might be tuning in for the wrestling tea? Oh my gosh. The first match. Hello? That was absolutely wild. I remember, okay, so if you didn't watch or if you have no idea what's going on, let me paint this picture for you, okay? So John Cena is on his retirement tour. He's been a fixture of the WWE. Like Triple H was like, in terms of who is an overall best wrestler out of like all categories across the board, John Cena, promotion wise, storytelling wise, athleticism wise, good sportsman, like he nails every category, and he's done so like with so much humility and kindness over the years. So all that being said, they've given him pretty much, it seems, and from what I'm hearing and reading, they've given him full freedom of whatever he wants to do with his retirement tour. They're just letting him. And you can tell he's somewhat of a genius, that man. He like, I have chills right now talking about it. This is so nerdy. Dom Mysterio, son of Rey Mysterio. If you were part of the Attitude area, the Attitude Era, then you know who he is for sure. And Dom, his son, right, has been like a heel, like a really beloved heel, though. Heel meaning opposite of a hero, in wrestling terms. And so Dom comes out, and he's all like puffing up his game like he always does. This feels really good. This is a really good stretch. In the middle of what is John Cena's last promo speech in Boston, like his hometown. And usually when Dom Mysterio comes out, everyone is a huge fan, right? They like it's the kind of thing where like you always cheer for the heel as soon as he comes out, but then as soon as he's in the ring, it's like boo. So everyone, as soon as Dom comes out, they're like, whoa, yes, excited. And then they're like, wait a second, because John Cena was basically like saying, you know, I'll fight anybody that, you know, deserves the shot. And I want to highlight incredible wrestlers. And yeah, Dom comes out. So they're having a standoff, and I called it. I was like, I mean, I'm sure everybody did. At some point, you know that they're dropping seeds right in front of your nose so that you can feel like you're discovering something. And they're really just like, oh, we've got you right where we want you, audience. So you can feel it ramping up. Triple H is like, oh, really? You said you would do this anywhere, anytime, any place. This seems like a pretty great place. This seems like a pretty great time. And I have chills. I love it because, like, then the crowd is just, now everybody's on the same page as to what's happening. And they, of course, they're like, and it's happening right now. So they, John Cena and Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, the son of a bitch. God, he's such a little twerp, but he's so funny. They had a match like right there, spontaneously. It was incredible. The match was, I remember feeling in that moment. I would have to watch it again to see. But in that moment, I was like, dang, this might be one of the best matches I've ever seen. No joke. Absolutely no joke. It was fantastic. So that's my wrestling story of the day. I hope you enjoyed. That's all. Bye. JK. Let's see. Oh, it's 9:18. Not much time has gone by. I'm trying to only do this for an hour at a time in the early days. But what you're watching on the right of me, to the right of my face is some video collaging that I make. It was kind of the impetus for me to do this, as I was like, maybe it'll be fun to like collaborate with people, because I use stock footage on. This is not a commercial for this app or this software, but Canva. I feel like such a bad. I'm not an anarchist, but if I were, like, my 14-year-old self would be like, stop talking about corporations on YouTube. What are you doing? I don't recognize you. Hush, little one. But yeah, I use Canva of all things, because I use it professionally all the time for resumes and, you know, whatever. Yes, I have jobs. And I have to get jobs, and I have to make money just like you. No. No, I don't make money doing this. Oh, no. No. Oh, you thought I did? Oh, no. I'm just kidding. No one is thinking that. Ooh. Anyway, I forgot about some of these. I was pulling them from my hard drive this morning because I have a backlog of... It's wild how many of these exist now. But as I was going through the beginning of this year, and I used to be... This is the first time I've said it this way. I used to be a theater director, and I recently left that. Things got really weird, super weird over the past couple of years with just like where I live. I don't want to go into it. I don't want to go into it yet. I think I'll feel comfortable enough to just like share openly. And that's part of this too, is just like, I feel like there's so many things that people might relate to that I've been through and navigated. And they're very specific situations. And I've had a very strange and like twisty life. Turbulent is a very good word for it. Yeah, I do think that there's some things that I might share that might connect with people and that people might resonate with. But yeah, as a director, I took a step back around December or January. So very close to this time last year, which is interesting, you know, that here we are. I never thought that I would be here last year. But yeah, theater was like, this is a very good way to put it. Theater for me became like a toxic partner, and I couldn't break certain cycles of weirdness. So I had to take a step back. And love to everyone in the theater community. Absolutely no ill will, but I had to get away from all of you. I had to run so far away from you all. Yeah. So actually it was really great. The annoying thing is immediately after I like shut that door in my external life, like in my internal world, it was like suddenly all of these ideas, these brilliant, like I say brilliant with like full humility, because they're things that feel so much bigger than me that I'm like, what do you want? I don't know what to do with this. So I just write things down. And I've been like collecting ideas, collecting, and feeling kind of frustrated that I can't just like produce things so easily. There's something to being an artist in this world that is so, I don't want to sound overly like pretentious about it. It can get really sticky with like, ooh la la, talking so meta about it. But I think it relates to everyone, not just the way artists work. But I do think that when you've given yourself over, in a sense, to the idea that your life has a purpose as an artist, it's a tall task, because you know you're in a world that doesn't, unless you break through an incredibly thick wall of BS and rise to the very top. The only way you can do that is really playing the game, accepting the rules of the game. That's sooner or later. I don't know that people start that way, but you can tell. Once people have shot to the very top, they have to sign on. They have to sign an invisible contract, and part of themselves is lost. So that's my opinion. It might not be true for every single super, super duper duper famous person, but that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. And I lost my train of thought, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Everything matters and nothing matters at all. It'll come back. It always does. I hope you're having a good morning. The reason I'm talking and not interacting with anyone is just because there's not anyone here. So I'm not ignoring tons of people. Wouldn't it be crazy to have a streamer that just ignores you? I just heard a child. Oh. Oh my God. I'm a dummy. I just saw that there's a child on the screen. There it is again. It's very creepy. Wow. That's so creepy. Oh man, I'm going to change the song. Hey, you know what's really good news though, is that it is 9:26 and I haven't had one single error message. Yesterday, the day before, pretty much the 4 days that I've been doing this, I've had the like not getting enough video. And I obviously want to jinx it. That kid is scary to listen to, so let's turn him down. I'm sure it's not hard to see or gather. I'm a millennial? I feel like that's pretty clear to clock. I feel like it's pretty clear. I feel like I put out that vibe, for better or worse. So if you're wondering how old I am, that should place me a tiny bit. Most people think I'm younger than I actually am. I don't know why. I was like, I feel like people are wondering. Nobody's wondering how old I am. Nobody cares how old you are. I really don't think that people do care very much about how old people are in general. I know that sounds like a ridiculous sentence, but to me, it makes sense. Like age, I just don't think it matters as much anymore. Maybe because we're all looking like we're all the same age. No. 8-year-olds do not look like 38-year-olds. That was a complete, I caught it. I caught it. I caught that joke. Because it's not good. It's not a good road that you can go down with that joke. It just keeps spinning out of control once you say it out loud. So we caught it. But I'm talking about adults. Like all adults kind of look, unless you're like 103 and unless you're like 18, like a baby. A lot of adults look like we're the same age these days. It's pretty funny. Look at me. I'm getting used to the stream latency as well. Not used to that. Didn't know that that's how that was going to work. It was very frustrating. I better zoom this back out. But I'm trying to just get used to it. 'Cause what can you do? What can you do? Here, I'm going to start this over so that you can see the full thing. I didn't realize it was getting cut off. Oh my gosh, and a nose itch at the same time. Sensory nightmare. Shit. I whispered a curse word. I don't know. I know a lot about how TikTok feels. Oh God, I got a sneeze coming too. It's inconvenient. Embarrassing. Okay. I'm so sorry. Also, I don't know like what people really hate on the mic, but I know that I hate any sort of like chewing or I don't know how snorting sounds on the mic, so feedback appreciated. Let's see. What were we gonna do? Oh yeah, we were gonna go to the back to the beginning. There we go. I forgot about all of these. And this song slaps. Let me turn it up. We don't want to get in trouble, but we do want to jam. I'm going to send, I'm going to put on my description or somewhere in the video notes, playlists of what I play in the background so that you too can have access to the jam. Something exciting. I don't know if I want to... No, I don't want to share it yet. I am starting something new, completely different from theater. And see, that's another thing. I don't know if people want to hear that noise on mic in their headphones. But I'm starting something completely new in January. I'll be out of my comfort zone somewhat. But I'm very excited because it should be a great time. I like the last sentence of that was very funny to me because it was sort of just on autopilot and it didn't really make sense. I don't do that very often. I don't just forget that I'm talking. I really don't. that was a moment where I was like, whoa, that just came out of your mouth and you didn't even... That's so weird. Talking. The whole talking thing is just strange. Just a bit strange. It's kind of chilly. I think I'm going to get a jacket. I'll be right back. Enjoy the video. And the music. Oh boy. Okay, I feel better. I need to get some allergy medication. I'm also learning to speak French. I have a French score of 61. So if any 59 or lower, anyone with the score of 59 and lower, if you'd like to talk to me, or if you want to not dumb down, but if you want to be patient with an English speaking American who's learning how to speak your language. Hang on, I gotta charge my computer. Oh, my belly's now. She's screaming for food. Whoa. Not a fly. A hair just like... It looked like a tiny airplane. It just went on this very... it was beautiful. This beautiful trajectory. Just like landed very elegantly. Oh, that's what's going on. It's plugged into the wrong thing. Oh my god, cords aplenty. Jeez. This album slapped when I was... How old was I? What is this? Was I in high school? Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. The Shins. Sorry, that was really loud, I'm sure. What was it? This album, I'm sure someone's screaming like, it's this. I was pretty on the money, to be fair. I said high school. I graduated in the year that it came out. So there you go. That'll do it. So if you know what album that was from and you heard the song and you know all your Shins trivia, then you should be able to pick out pretty easily how old I am. Lifelong anti-Swiftie though. Dodged that be-ullet. It's not really a be-ullet to dodge. Whatever. Who cares? I don't even know why I said that. I just have a lot of friends that are around my age that seemingly hopped on that train at some point, and it confuses me. Whatever. Oh my gosh. It's so cool returning to some of these. I really liked this one when I initially made it. It's so weird. My friend said, I'm gonna just keep telling people this because I love it. Somebody was like, whatever is wrong with you, I love it. Honestly, slay. Also... Oh, no, never mind. I don't know what I was going to say anyway. It just popped right out of my head. I was like, oh, and here's something, though. I have these little eagles on my mic. Um, Sunny and Gizmo. There's two. There's one down at the bottom. But I'm looking them on the live feed. Okay, anyway, I have to get used to that. But anyway, there is an eagle's nest that is streamed live on YT, and it's in Big Bear Valley, California. And I just happened to catch it at the right time last year. I wish I had caught it a little bit earlier. But there's a nest where they stream this, I mean, literally like 24/7. There's a camera that's mounted. It's wild, the way that they mounted this thing. But it's mounted all the way up, like right on the nest in a very non-disruptive way. Because, it's done by park department or whatever, the rangers. And they have that going because they're tracking this one family, this pair. So Jackie and Shadow, shout out. And they had babies last year. They had 3, and 2 of them survived, Sunny and Gizmo. And so basically I watched them through their whole fledging process. And it was incredible and so moving. And there's so many synchronicities with what they were going through and what I was going through. And if I think about it and talk about it too long, I will start crying. Because the day that, this is hard. Oh my gosh. The day that the first one fledged, it was, I cried like a baby. That was really hard. And it was hard, you could tell, for like, basically, it was just a comment ocean of women, just like, I remember when my baby went to school for the first day. Which is very sweet. I don't have kids, but I don't know. There's a mom in me for sure. Ew, gross. There's this big old mother. I love them. They were so cute. And so when they started flying from the nest, they would go to like trees, maybe a couple 100 yards away. And then they would stay there for the night, come back for food. And so I thought this was so heartbreaking. I think that's why I was like grieving so hard. It's because I thought that once they left the first time, I was like, they're gone. Not so. They're just like humans. They come home to do laundry and to raid the fridge, and ask their mom for money. So what's really cool, they're bald eagles. What's really cool about them, I learned so much. One of my favorite things, though, is that, the mother does a lot more of the hunting and the father does a lot more of protecting the nest, and watching the babies during the day. And one of the cutest things is that when it's hot, the babies, they can't fly yet. And so they don't have that mechanism to regulate their body temperature. And so they just open their mouths and just kind of hang out there. And I guess it helps. I don't know. It's their way of trying to regulate their temperature. It's so sweet. But eventually they really did. They really did move on. And very likely we will never see them again. They stuck around for like the area for a while, but then they end up hundreds and hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles from where they were, from their original nest. But Jackie and Shadow, they'll be coming back very soon. They go on like a summer vacation where they just kind of, they're done with their duties, and so they like kind of reconnect as a couple, but also like do their own thing. But I think around January is when they're back in the nest, and they've either conceived or not. I don't know, but February, I think, is when the babes were born. The eaglets were born last year, so the eaglets. I'm so excited, though. I'm so excited. I love having things like that I can return to daily. Like, I watch this UFO stream every day. If you're interested and you're a weirdo. Not a weirdo. It's so normal now. Honestly, to me, it's very normal. The fact that there's things flashing in and out of our reality is, I think, becoming more of an accepted part of our reality. At any rate, there's a really cool streamer on TikTok, and his name is DJ Brown with an E at the end of Brown. He's in the UK, and he is a ring cam. And so if you're interested in just like popping in and even if, I mean, I don't think aliens should scare anyone. I know that's pretty wild to say out loud. I don't know. This is such a weird conversation. This is like 20th friend date talk, like when you know you're cool. So talking to the internet like it's been in my life, like you all have been in my life every day for a really long time. I don't know, we'll see. It's pretty funny. At any rate, it's really cool. So stuff flashes in and out, and then he takes screenshots of it, and then we watch it, or we look at it, we analyze it. So pretty cool. Yeah. So I think we're in our last 15 minutes. This one's kind of boring. Here we go. Let's move it back. Yeah, baby. I think aliens are very cool. Ooh. Oh, wait. Huh? This is Portishead, if anybody knows that band. I'm sure a lot of people do. But I discovered this particular song not too long ago. Whew. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh, I really like this one too. Definitely don't want this to become like a concert where I'm supposedly singing for you. No thanks. I can't stop humming though. It's so good. I'm excited to keep doing this, I think. This morning has been pretty good. It's been really relaxing. It's almost like it is like a blog. Maybe this will feel more like a blog than anything else. That works for me. A vlog. Vlog. That's such a good name. I wish it didn't mean what it meant, because vlog is a perfect name for like a giant at the very least, or like I don't know. Vlog. Vlad. It sounds like Vlad, but vlog sounds so much cooler. Oh. Vlad. Vladimir. Has anyone seen Frankenstein? The new one? It scared the crap out of me. I didn't like it. Nope. Not one bit. Okay, let me specify. Because I often say things and I'm like, You know, it's funny to me, but people don't actually know what I mean. I didn't hate it. I really enjoyed certain aspects of it, especially the costumes. Those were stunning, beyond stunning. Will win awards, no doubt, no doubt. For the very least, like if you don't touch horror movies, find really good high res photos, or just like, you know, do whatever you need to do to find those costumes. If you're like a costume person, or fashion, you know, ew, beautiful. The part, it just got really hard to watch. I'm sure I'm not alone. It was very sad. I got to, where did we stop? Because at one point I told my partner, I was like, no, I think we need to stop. Like right around the time when the monster had just been alived. This is the only way I can think to describe it. And after the uncle, you know, spoilers, dang, but not really. Everyone knows the story, right? At any rate, it was around then that I was like, ooh, the treatment, like they really are not going to humanize Victor on any level. And I'm not sure if it's headed in a direction where he does get humanized, but I didn't want to stick around and find out. And I just got impatient. And then I think what made me more impatient was I don't know if I'm using this term correctly, and I don't care, but it because it's just like this for me. Body horror? Ugh. The amount of nasty ass. My brain, my inner like video, my inner movie theater is not playing the footage. Like I can't even give you an example, but I want to, because it'll help, I think. You guys know what I'm talking about though. The building. The castle tower, I think they called it. The tower was incredible. Beautiful. Was not prepared for what happened to his leg. I didn't like that. See, I can't handle things like that. I can't handle... Oh my gosh. I don't know if you heard that. My neck just went... But the God, I can't even say it out loud. My whole body is like twisting in agony. Like sewing skin, like nasty. I have chills. I've pooed my pants. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, there's my review, my official, very nuanced review of Frankenstein. This is also a hot take, but Mia Goth isn't my favorite. Not my favorite in terms of performance. She's lovely. I've never met her. I'm just trying to even things out. Maybe it's just I'm not a huge fan of the acting in general, or the direction that was given, because I think these are extremely talented actors, but I didn't love the, like, it was almost like one-dimensional period acting, if that makes sense. God, it sounds so pretentious. Just being honest. And I guess I just sound pretentious when I'm honest. Great. Cool. She's cool. Let's hang out with her. So I'm gonna like squiggle my way through it. Just like rise my way through it very, very slowly. Because I think we watched the last installment that we were able to do was like 20 minutes. Because it got to the point where I was like, okay, there's been too many orifices and the prodding and also the maltreatment of our friend Monster. I hate it. Ugh. And as like a, I watched too many ghost shows, like paranormal ghost hunting shows. So like when he was just discarding of the body parts in bags, I was like, you monster. You're defiling the dead. How dare. So I was very upset about that. Mm-mm. So for those of you that are, you can only watch mild, amount of body horror and horror movies, stay away. Stay away. It'd be cool if there was like, this is so stupid, if they made a way to make horror movies more accessible to people that are babies. Not real babies, but babies like us. It's just a baby. That can't handle stuff like that. If they like blurred it. If they made a version that blurred things. As I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, this has to exist. And you're a silly, dumb girl for not knowing. Because as I'm saying, I'm like, that's pretty obvious. I feel like there's got to be that. I'm going to look it up. And I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I find movies for babies. Or maybe we'll just start our own stream where we watch movies and we watch them like, horror light. It's like diet horror. Oh my gosh. Is she a genius? Yes. No. Look at this. I wanted to show you this bumblebee that I've had forever. I was just staring at him. He's so cute. Do you collect little things? And if you collect little things, what do you collect? Basically, for me, it's not one particular animal or anything like that. Well, I guess just bones in general. If I find a bone, it's coming home. If I find a bone, it's coming home. Yeah, I really do. I guess I really do like bones. I'm looking around and I'm like, there's a bone on every wall. There's not. There's antlers. There's like, where I live, there's plenty of wildlife. And you can find things like this that have been dried out and for years and years. But anyway, I found a tiny little vertebrate, I guess, since it's just one. I have some other little bones over there. I don't really know what they are. They look like arms or legs, something like that. Meow, meow, meow. We have 6 minutes. And this hasn't glitched once. Pas une fois. Pas une fois? Pas une fois? Meaning not one time. I don't know though. That could not be the they could say it a different way. Use different vernacular to say that. Ooh. Things are making a little more sense. Huh. It is 11:11 today. That's exciting. Here's that little forker on this little playground thing. He's just a swinging and a swinging. Just a swinging and a swinging. I can't. Honestly, it's 5 minutes though until I get a little snacky. Gross. I will never say that way again. Should I eat? I might. Ooh, hey, let me turn you on to something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. It's about food. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, oh, you can see me trying to make this like. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I have 4 minutes to tell you this. It'll take 2 seconds though. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, you should definitely get the chocolate croissants. They're really good. In the freezer section. I usually avoid things that have 3 steps or more. I am not proud of that. When it comes to food, I am I hate saying this. I am incredibly lazy. Incredibly lazy when it comes to food. And my fridge just like, I swear to God, my fridge just heard me. It just popped. I was like, yeah, that part. Okay, I get it. My kitchen's right there, and it's mad at me. Go off, queen. Tell me. Anyway, I guess we're having, this is why I'm whispering, because I don't want my kitchen to hear. I don't like cooking. I hate cooking. I hate it so much. Say what you will about me. I can't stand it. I think I've just had really bad experiences with, it's a long story. I don't want to go into that. It's an interesting thought though, that I will think off camera and maybe talk about in therapy. Anyway, my last thoughts are that the Trader Joe's croissants are really, really good because they do have a couple of steps, but all you have to do is put them on a dang cookie sheet the night before, and then you get up and you have a magic trick. So if you have kids, this is also really great because you can teach them about like chemistry and baking and stuff, because you can just buy these, put them on a cookie sheet. They're like really flat. You know, they kind of look like chocolate burritos when you put them on the thing. And then in the morning, they are risen. They is risen. He is risen. And then, yeah, you just bake them for like 20 minutes. Something like that. And they're delicious. They have a lot more chocolate on them than the, cafe bakeries do. So if you're not it's kind of too much for me. That being said, make sure you get an egg and you do a little egg wash and you put that on top. So that they, look nice and cute, more like cafe croissants. But they're also very good without that. They're very fluffy. They're very good. And it's almost 10 a.m. And the fact that Thora Crumb ended her live stream talking about pastries, we'll have to have a pastry every day. I'm going to put that every day. No, my coffee. Luckily it's protected by a lid and a straw. I have had a beautiful time this morning with myself. And whether you watch this later or somehow stayed invisible while watching, thank you for joining. Let's see, pastry of the day. Because all pastries are special. Freaking love a pastry. Freaking love them. So I'll have to think about, maybe I'll do the ABCs of pastry. So stupid. But I love it. Okay, friends, it is 10 a.m. Thank you. Please subscribe and or like. Only leave a really nice comment. And love and light. But for real, please surround yourself with light in your life. Don't be afraid to step into the unknown. Love you. Crumb out. No, we'll come up with something else. For now, goodbye is good. Yeah. Goodbye.